What's up, guys? This is LEGacybrixstudiOs bringing a brand new video on information concerning Star Wars Episode 7 and information concerning a letter I sent and got from Lucasfilm, and it's pretty awesome. I have to admit, getting a letter from Lucasfilm, but that is because I sent them a letter, and unfortunately, the only bad part about it is they were sending the same exact letters to, I should say, like, information to people who were a part of the Save the Clone Wars campaign, and my letter to them could be, I guess, taken as that, but that's not what my letter was about. But I will discuss that in a minute. But right now, I just want to point out that this is part 2 to my kind of news series thing going on right now. Tomorrow I'll have part 3, and that'll be the last part, and then I'll just start cranking out some random news videos. And soon I will be receiving in the mail some Lego items, and some of that stuff I will be selling. It has to do with the Clones vs. Droidicus Battle Pack and the newest AT-RT with the 5 First Trooper, if you know what that set is. But be sure to check out those reviews on my channel, which I have, and I always do reviews if you haven't known. And if you want some details on me selling some cool stuff, check out my last video to what I said about that in kind of towards the beginning of it. So right now, let's get on to the news concerning Episode 7 first. We'll save the letter for last, because it's pretty sweet. Best for last. As always, there isn't too much concerning Episode 7, but there is a lot of stuff, actually. Because it's just amounted that I haven't talked about, really. The fact of the matter is, they're going to have a Star Wars movie every single year, starting in 2015, if I haven't said this already in the video prior to this. This is pretty good news, because in 2015, in May, they said, or early summer they said, that we will be getting the new Episode 7, and then the year after that, we will be getting a standalone film on one character, probably like Boba Fett, Han Solo, maybe even Darth Maul. But that'll be cool, I guess. It'll be something different. I don't know if I'm really looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to Episode 7, definitely. And then the year after, we will have 8, and then standalone, then 9, then it sounded like it'll just keep going on and on forever. By the way they talked about it, I mean, every year after 2015, we will have a Star Wars movie. And by, I think they said 2019, or something like that, we will have the newest trilogy with 7, 8, and 9. And that's pretty sweet, guys. I mean, I never thought I'd be talking about this. I don't think any of us would be thinking that we'd ever be talking about this, but it's pretty awesome. But recently, actually just today, they announced that Star Wars Episode 7 is getting a 2014 shoot date, which they'll be filming in 2014, they say. This is pure rumor, pretty much. They found this guy called Brian Burke. I'm looking online right now. It's called Metro News or something. I don't know. But yeah, so 2014 shoot date. That's pretty awesome. And they didn't exactly say where they're shooting at, but other rumors say they are shooting in Scotland, or they're going to. And it's the first time Star Wars ever shot north of the border, excuse me. And of course, like I said before, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford will be reprising their roles. Allegedly, I know Mark Hamill said he's definitely doing it. But I think we got information that Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford are. I think we pretty much got the information about that. I mean, they never really announced it, but at least I don't think they did. But that's kind of a given with the way they've been talking to the news people lately. So yeah, Scotland, guys, in 2014 shoot date. I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to get one Star Wars movie done in 1 year. It's pretty mysterious, I guess you could say. But yeah, and they're just kind of waiting to shoot, waiting for all their cars to line up. They're finishing the script. The script still isn't even really totally done. I mean, it's done, the outline of it's done, but they're still filling in some of the blanks. J.J. Abrams, the director of this movie, he is coming up with new ideas constantly, probably, and telling them to Michael Arndt, also the writer of Toy Story 3, who is now developing the Star Wars Episode 7 script. So, we'll see how this all pans out. But I think it's going to be good. I mean, J.J. Abrams has always been a Star Wars fan, so even when he was young, he said he was. But he laughs at everything. If anybody, like, news people ask him, like, oh, something about Episode 7, I think one guy said about Jar Jar, and he just laughs. He just laughs. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. I honestly don't mind Jar Jar. I know a lot of people really hate Jar Jar, but I honestly don't mind him. I really don't. So that kind of wraps up Episode 7 news. I mean, it's a lot because it's a lot of important stuff. It's like 3 or 4 important things. But, I mean, it's not a ton because it's still in production. I mean, I think J.J. Abrams is actually talking to George Lucas. I saw a picture of him talking to George Lucas at least once or twice. So that's a good sign. We need him to be talking to George to be figuring what he thinks about what Episode 7 should have. Like before, I know I wasn't really, I guess, into Episode 7 and thinking about how Lucasfilm is closing and the Clone Wars is gone. But now I'm kind of getting more into it. I'm kind of trying to forget what we're not going to be seeing, what was left behind in the galaxy far, far away. I know it's cheesy, but it's funny. But yeah, guys. Okay, now, on to this letter that I received in the mail. I sent a letter to Lucasfilm. I actually sent it to Disney. This is the thing. I sent it to Bob Iger, and it was all about Star Wars. I talked about how I really like Star Wars. I talked about everything. The Clone Wars, I really wish they would have kept it, I kept saying, but, you know, it is gone, and I know that you're coming up with this new series. I don't know. I also said a lot of stuff about video game stuff. I said Battlefront 3 stuff. But none of that was discussed in the letter they sent back to me, because this letter was addressed to only people who were in the Save the Clone Wars campaign, which I wasn't even in that. I mean, I guess they kind of said this was that. I don't know. But it's pretty cool in the mail when you get an envelope that has, that right there. I mean, that's pretty sweet. That's as bad as it gets. Bad as in awesome, obviously. But yeah, the letter, it starts out with Lucasfilm. I mean, that's pretty sweet to receive that in the mail on a letter. It looks pretty awesome. And then it goes on and on and on and on. And then Kathleen Kennedy looks like a printout. It's not a stamp. I think it's a printout when they printed it on the letter. So that's pretty cool to have that. Just to have it, I mean, in writing from Lucasfilm. It's pretty cool, but yeah, it reads, I'm going to read you the letter, if you haven't seen this before, because it's been online. I saw this written online. Thank you for your passion for Star Wars: The Clone Wars and taking the time to write to us. What fans think about Star Wars is extremely important to everyone at Lucasfilm. It is incredible how deeply the show connected with fans around the world, and we are so proud of Dave Filoni and the Lucasfilm animation team for creating such an amazing series. And it truly was. I added that. That's not from the letter. After 5 critically acclaimed seasons of The Clone Wars, we felt the time was right to wind down production. As we enter into an exciting new era focused on the next Star Wars feature films, we have also decided to pursue a new direction in animated programming. I'm pleased to share that Dave Filoni and many members of his Clone Wars team are already hard at work developing a new Star Wars animated series set in a time period previously untouched in Star Wars films or television programming. I'm hoping we will have more details to share with all of our fans soon. Please know how much we appreciate your support. Keep an eye on StarWars.com to be the first to know about new developments on all our projects. Sincerely, Kathleen Kennedy. Now, what I get out of that is a couple things. Couple major important things. And, I really like getting this letter. It showed that they kind of care about their fans. By paying attention to what they write them and what they say online, like the Save the Clone Wars campaign. So, what I get out of it is it says, "We are so proud of Dave Filoni and the Lucasfilm animation team for creating such an amazing series." They realized how good it was, which is really important to me as a fan of the series. Really important to me, actually. And, what else is there? Where is it? Oh, okay. I'm pleased to share that Dave Filoni and many of his Clone Wars team are already hard at work developing a new Star Wars animated series. Okay, many of his team. I don't know how many of his team are, but before they only said a couple people are going with them. But if there is actually like a lot of his team members, like I know the concept art guy Killian Plunkett. I mean, if he went, if Joel Aaron, the lighting and animation guy went, if all those good guys went who developed the series really good, that means something really good. It means the new animated series is going to be as much good or even better than the Clone Wars was, and that just blows my mind. What's going to come next? I'm really going to keep an eye out for this stuff. And also today, something that was released that I noticed, there was a drawing and a tweet given by Dave Filoni on his Twitter. You can check out his Twitter also. I don't follow his Twitter, but I saw somebody posted something about this online. Is that it was this sketch of a couple TIE fighters in like this docking bay area. Not really docking bay area, but there was like cranes holding the TIE fighters and stuff, if you noticed. But it was a pretty cool picture of his sketch of it. And he's like, I never thought I'd be drawing TIE fighters for this. Or stuff like that. So, I mean, we're obviously seeing stuff probably after episode 6, between episode 6 and episode 7. And I'm really thinking that's what it is. That's what everybody seems to think it is. But maybe we'll be shocked and it's not that. But we'll see what happens. I mean, this could be really good. What else did I want to say? Oh, he also tweeted that he is excited for Celebration Europe and what he can reveal there. Whether we know that if that's about the new animated series or if that's about Clone Wars bonus content, we do not know. But I'm really going to be checking when that comes around to see what he says about anything, because Dave Filoni is really into Star Wars and he does it great. He does a great job doing it. George Lucas taught him well when he was in those writers' meetings. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and definitely subscribe. Again, just thank you for your support. If you watch these videos, if you rate, if you comment, thank you. I really appreciate it. I read all the comments I get. I don't get too many, so if you want me to see something, if you want to tell me something, I will see it on there. And you might even get a response from me if it's a good or bad comment. Regardless, I don't know. If it deserves a comment back, I will give it. But yeah, guys, I will see the comment. Again, thanks for watching. But see you later, guys. Until next time, bye bye.